Happy Friday. Friday. And welcome into the PHNX Sun Devils show. I'm Anthony Totri, joined, as always, by the Lil Purr, the Big Purr, Big Pokey, Shane Diefenbach, Mustachio.
Yeah, you can call me whatever you want.
If you will, just because it's a good day today.
I just want to, there's been some headlines that I've seen.
About you?
No, about somebody on the show. And I just wanted to dispel all the rumors.
Oh, okay.
What was said on the show yesterday to end it is completely false. Somebody, I don't know who it was, but somebody misspoke. Totri.
Yeah.
Not manipulative. And he's not manipulating me by making sure I'm saying this. This is just what. Yeah. So let's just get that out of the way.
TMZ called me for comment last night after that, so I'm glad you dispelled
none of that is true.
The rumors. Okay, I'll be sure to let them know.
Great guy.
Great guy. I don't know if I go that far.
Well,
okay. Okay, man. Okay.
Totri, fine dude.
Serviceable guy. How's your day been, man? You've been all over the place.
Sweaty.
Yeah.
So today I was outside doing redacted and then redacted. And I'm now sweaty because of redacted.
So some fun stuff in the works.
Some fun stuff. Some cool things to keep an eye on. New album dropping soon. Just kidding. I'm not making music.
No, but some cool stuff definitely in the works. A lot to talk about today, which is nice. We've got some NCAA stuff, and you were like, yeah.
Yeah, I looked at the rundown. I was like, oh my God.
Content.
I'm so excited.
Topics to talk about. We got a lot of great stuff. The NCAA handed down the punishment to the Tennessee Volunteers football program, so we're going to get into that. We're going to also get into the fact that there were 12 Sun Devils nominated for the Pac-12 preseason media poll honors, so we'll talk about that. And then obviously today is Friday, so we've got hot or not as well. But before we get into all of that, guys, I want to tell you a little bit about our friends over at 4 Peaks. I don't know about you, Shane, but it's been a minute since we've actually been over to the 8th Street Pub, so I haven't had the chicken tendies in a while. But damn, if you aren't a giant drinker, still go to the 8th Street Pub just to check out their food, because their food is phenomenal. I know when Sean was on the show, he was talking about how they've got brunch. I didn't even know that they had brunch over there. They have it all at the 8th Street Pub.
Where does brunch rank in things?
Ooh, are we talking a tier ranking system?
I would say between 11 to 15.
And top things ever? Yeah, absolutely. I would. There's an argument to be made for it in the top 10.
Yeah, just under world peace.
Yeah.
Brunch.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I think you could probably solve some world issues with brunch.
I was just about to say, you bring
some folks.
I was going to say, I don't know if he's still alive. Let's go. You bring Putin together with the rest of the world leaders. They might figure some stuff out over some waffles.
Oh, God.
That's all I'm saying.
It's hard not to love
because he's pissed. He's pissed. He's angry. He's mad. Then he takes a bite of waffle. He's like, you know what? Violence sucks.
It ain't that. No, it ain't that deep. Right. Over some waffles, maybe a little breakfast brew, a hazy, a peach ale. You could have the world figured out in probably under an hour, guys.
Under 30.
Check out at 4 Peaks Brew or at 4 Peaks Pub to keep up with the latest at Arizona's hometown brewery. You do got to be 21 years or older to drink 4 Peaks. And please drink responsibly.
Please do that. Please drink responsibly. And when you're done drinking responsibly and you wake up the next morning, you might see the sun and be like, ouch, it's so bright. Because you might be a little hungover.
Yeah, that's fair.
And just put some Shady Rays on. You'll be fine. Go do your errands with your Shady Rays on, and the sun won't hurt as bad. I don't know if you guys know this. If you live in Arizona, it's hot as hell right now. Humidity, too. It's 21% humidity. What are we doing?
Yeah, that's fair.
I was walking today, and I was like, I am sweating a lot. I didn't even have my Shady Rays on, so that probably doesn't help. But you can I'm sweating. You can get some Shady Rays right now, and you can get them in person at Kierland Commons because they got a new place there. It's your full-stop shop for all things Shady Rays, and if you don't love your Shady Rays, you can exchange them for a new pair or return them for free within 30 days. There's no risk when you shop. Their team always has your back. Exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the season. Right now, go to shadyrays.com and use code PHNX for 50% off. That's 50% off 2+ pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people.
250,000 people.
Low Tone Capone in the cut. Salute.
All right, let's get into it. Tennessee, you are being punished.
You are not a Titan.
You're a volunteer. You're a volunteer. So this is kind of what we were waiting on to see how the NCAA was going to handle the Tennessee violations, considering that they had over 200 individual infractions, which is crazy when you think about just how many violations they had over the course of a couple seasons. I do want to get into, before we actually talk about the bans that they received, the probation, the punishment in general.
Yeah.
The NCAA, just so for everybody that doesn't know exactly what went down with Tennessee, the NCAA outlined it. So I'll just read the first couple sections of what they had. So it says, over the course of 3 seasons, the Tennessee football program committed 18 Level 1 violations encompassing more than 200 individual infractions, most of which involved recruiting rules, violations, and direct payments to prospects, current student athletes, and their families, according to a decision released by a Division I Committee on Infractions panel. An additional 4 Level 1 unethical conduct violations occurred involving former university employees. The violations resulted in impermissible inducements and benefits totaling approximately $60,000. As a result, Tennessee failed to monitor its football program. Additionally, due to his personal involvement in the violations, the former football head coach violated head coach responsibility rules. 200 individual infractions and 18 Level 1 is just mind-blowing to me. Because we talk about it, and we talk about these recruiting violations nowadays in terms of, okay, from our perspective, we've got Arizona State, right? Herm Edwards, obviously the ongoing investigation there, still waiting on the punishment and decision from the NCAA to be handed down. But we've kind of been waiting to compare it between these two. It does feel like what ASU did significantly a lower bar than what Tennessee did. And I mean, to your point there, is they got a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, this is kind of what I've been saying, and we've been saying for months now, is the things that we've been hearing is that it's just not going to be that bad. There's no bowl ban. That's the biggest thing. There's no postseason ban, which is crazy.
Yeah.
They're going to pay a lot of fines. And they already, the biggest thing that ASU hasn't done, which they did, is they self-imposed a lot of their restrictions. There was no self-imposed postseason ban, but they did self-impose a lot of scholarship and recruiting and, time to recruit to the 2 previous years. ASU hasn't done that yet, nor do I think they will need to. If anything, they might get a week or 2 taken away from them, maybe a scholarship or a couple scholarships, but I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. I think it's going to be money.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can go and look, the NCAA has outlined it really well and really specific as to exactly what Tennessee is going to have to serve in terms of their punishment. Again, the big things, there is no postseason ban for Tennessee. They do have an $8 million fine. They've got 5 years of probation, 28 scholarships were taken. Tennessee has already self-imposed 16, so they've just got 12 additional over the next 5 years. And then the former coach given a 6-year show cause. So again, you can go and check and see the exact things. There's also some additional self-imposed penalties. So during the 2023-24 academic year, Tennessee shall forgo the purchase of advertising with all football postseason broadcasts in which it is a participant. Each year, the probation term and external group shall conduct a compliance review of the football program with an emphasis on recruiting operations. And each year of the probation term, Tennessee shall host an annual mandatory compliance seminar with an emphasis on recruiting for all football staff, coaches, part-time and volunteer staffs included. Staff from either the NCAA national office or the Southeastern Conference office will also be in attendance. So just a lot of little things adding up for Tennessee. But again, the big thing for the Volunteers is that there is no postseason ban. Glenn in the chat, SEC always gets off easy. Makes sense since they are the NCAA moneymakers. I get that. And I don't think ASU by any means is going to get a bowl ban. In terms of probation, you're probably looking at less than 5 years of probation, again, considering that Arizona State is completely with a new staff. What do you think out of this, like Arizona State, Ray Anderson, Kenny Dillingham, all can kind of take away from it?
Sorry, ask that again?
What do you think Ray Anderson, Kenny Dillingham, and I guess the football program in general can take away from the NCAA and the way they handle Tennessee?
They can take away a little bit of fear. Like I can push it to the side. I don't think that was ever something they were worried about. I mean, I'm obviously not talking about the comments they make, because when you ask them, they're like, "Oh, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about getting the next first down. I'm worried about football." But it's always on the back of their mind. I think that they definitely can relax and not really worry about what's going to come, and it's not going to impact scholarships to a huge extent. It's not going to impact, I really don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. The biggest thing you could take away from it is that you shouldn't worry.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there was one part of the article that I had seen. It kind of went through how the NCAA decided what penalties they were going to hand down for Tennessee. And part of it was they had a board, and we've kind of seen it over the last few years. They don't want to punish student athletes and coaches and players that weren't a part of this.
Yeah.
Right? Or they weren't even a part of the program at the time. And I think that's a good thing that the NCAA is doing. It is kind of a slippery slope. I think less so with Arizona State, considering the coaching staff is gone. Right? You don't have any of those coaches. Herm Edwards is really the last one, which is crazy still to think about, that all of his assistants were gone and Herm was still running the program, collecting a check at the end of the day. But I think it's a good thing that the NCAA is kind of taking a deeper look and being like, okay, look, the university and the coaches at the time definitely were breaking rules that they shouldn't have been, but you can't punish some of these kids that are transferring in, right? They have got one season left, right? Yeah. And you're sitting there and you're taking that away from them. I feel like it is a little bit of a tougher situation.
Plus, if you're gonna cheat, be good.
Yeah.
Like they didn't
cheat and suck.
They didn't gain anything from this. ASU, I mean, they didn't gain anything from it. They
did.
You know what they got? They got two.
They got to fire Herm Edwards.
Well, on the football field, they probably got what? 2, 3, 4 more recruits than they would have in 2021.
Yeah.
And 2022, and what, they have 14? Like they were gonna have 10, and then that's just speculation. Like I don't know the names that were, but still, it's like if ASU became a powerhouse during after COVID, and it was because of that, and then maybe I'm a little more worried. But they'll deal with this. They'll deal with it, and it's gonna be fine. I'm not worried.
Some of these things that they were doing is like Tennessee was doing, not Arizona State, is just so interesting to me. And they outlined specific things that happened. Yeah. The very first one. So a prospect or recruit, whatever, during the prospect's recruitment, the former head coach or his wife, who is not named as an involved individual in the case, provided the prospect's mother with $6,000 in cash, intended to be a down payment on a new car for her, which is also a violation of NCAA rules and a recruiting inducement. After the prospect signed his national letter of intent and enrolled at the university, the head coach's wife continued to provide his mother with $500 in cash each month for car payments on at least 25 occasions.
She had that car for 2 years at least.
When the student athlete's mother signed her lease, and this is for a rental home in Knoxville, $1,550 was due at signing, and the head coach's wife provided her with $1,600 in cash to pay the deposit. Wow. It's just, you got to go back and you got to read it again. It's on the NCAA's website, just detailing kind of everything that went down at Tennessee over the last handful of seasons. So again, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It should make everybody feel a little bit better as an Arizona State fan.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody was really worrying beforehand.
No, but if you were.
No, yeah, like a year ago, I think people were, but it's been long. I don't, have they set a date on any of it?
No,
because I know they set a date on this.
Yeah. So from what I heard, and this is what I heard at the start of this was August of last year. I heard that we were looking at summer of this year, which is, we are midway through July.
Oh, so
in theory, yeah, it should be soon. We should get an answer. Again, this is what I heard last August. I don't know how accurate that is at this point, because look at the media rights deal. Been waiting on that.
Hey, it's coming in Resort World. They're going to announce it. It's happening.
It's happening at Resort World.
Yeah. Are we done with this?
Yeah.
Okay. Tony, you got a dude from South Point. He's really good, but that's not Arizona high school recruiting. That's Tucson high school recruiting.
Cat's taking over.
You should be dominating that space.
Well, Sean and I talked about it. You don't get Elijah Rushing if he's not from Tucson.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not Arizona High School, it's Tucson High School, which you can dominate all you want. Go ahead.
Whatever. If you were by chance worrying about the Arizona State punishment that could be handed down, I guess, anytime from now till the end of time, maybe pop an OG's. And trust me, you will not be worrying about anything. Check out the pink lemonade gummies they've got. And my personal favorite, the flavor is out of this world. If you're not a pink lemonade person, that's okay. They've got 1,000,005 other favorite flavors: watermelon, red apple, peach, blackberries and cream, orange creamsicle, peaches and cream. They really have it all over at OG's, guys. It doesn't miss when it comes to flavor and effects, so get your pink lemonade gummies while you can. Check out OG's online at ogsbrands.com and on Instagram at OG's Brands. You can also find their products at your local dispo. You do got to be 21 years or older, though, to purchase.
Just looking. You have
some of the recruits and commits.
5 kids from Arizona in 2024, and 2 of them are from Tucson. Tucson? Yeah.
They don't own Arizona. They don't own AZ high school recruiting. To say that is, come on, Tony. I expect somebody with the name of Tony to, come on.
Activate the Valley and activate your pins and aces on the golf course. Guys, it's breathable. It's comfortable. It's the best damn golf apparel out there. Put on some pins and aces. And it's hot. It is hot outside.
Yeah.
This Jurassic Park shirt I'm wearing, it's pretty breathable. Not as breathable as pins and aces. And plus they got white shirts, so you don't have to get the hotness. Because the black shirts, like your shirt would be so hot outside.
Yeah, it would be.
Actually, no, because it's PHNX shirts. They're very breathable.
It's still black.
It'll be hotter than this.
Yeah.
And yeah, you don't have to worry about that with pins and aces. We love our pins and aces gear. I get tons of compliments on them, whether I'm in Old Town wearing them or I'm at the actual golf course wearing them. They're family owned. And they're great. They make amazing polos, hats, golf bags, and even the beer sleeve. It's an innovative product that allows you to store 7 beers right inside of your golf bag and keep your drinks cold the entire round. I used it. I didn't know it was supposed to go inside of your golf bag, but it makes a lot of sense because it's really long. I just had it sitting like long ways on the back of the golf cart. Didn't really make sense. Check out pinsandaces.com and use code PHNX to receive 15% off your first order and get free shipping. That's pinsandaces.com. Use that code PHNX.
I do want to get to Dennis's comment. If it's true Tennessee is losing 28 scholarships, that doesn't seem getting off too easy. No, so I said it at the start of it. They've got originally the 28 scholarships are for the 5 years of probation that they're supposed to kind of span out, but they've already self-imposed 16 of those. Yeah. So in reality, they only have 12 more scholarships that they're losing over the course of their 5-year ban.
But yeah, and what I said about it too
or not 5-year ban, 5-year probation. Sorry.
What I said about it too is they're the reason why they self-impose this time periods to recruit and the scholarships beforehand is probably because they had somebody in their ear saying, this is what the NCAA is looking at. They don't keep these things quiet.
Oh, absolutely.
This is what you should be looking at. You should be looking at probably self-imposing here, self-imposing there. And I know a lot of people are saying, why isn't ASU self-imposing a bowl ban in a year where they've won 3 games? Well, it's because they, 1, probably never needed to.
Yeah.
That was never an option. And 2 is because they're getting good information like that. I would assume. Now, if it comes to the point where this investigation comes down on ASU and the punishment is harsher than we thought, and they didn't self-impose to help it out, then 28 scholarships, 20 scholarships, 15 scholarships, hell, that's a problem. Then I'm like, okay, I don't have faith in the people behind the scenes, and it might not be Kenny's fault, it might not be the program's fault, but that would not be great. That would not be great.
No, it wouldn't be. But let's talk about something that is a little bit more positive, because I feel like we've been talking about punishment and penalties for the last 20 minutes. But we mentioned it at the top of the show, 12 ASU players were nominated for Pac-12 preseason media poll honors, 7 of which are new Sun Devils. Okay? So we've got Elijah Badger, Xavier Guillory, Jalen Conyers, Scat, Aaron Frost, BJ Green.
Oh, we got to do something, by the way.
Yeah.
We got to apologize. It's Scataboo.
Scataboo.
It's not Scatabo.
Scataboo. Yep. I'm just calling him Scat.
Yeah, but we've said Scatabo a bunch. So I'm sorry. It's Scataboo.
I'm sorry, Scat. Can I just call him Bo?
Yeah.
Does that work?
No, you call him Boo.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Boo. Damn. Sorry. That was, like I said, wink, man. It gets you sometimes. Okay?
I think you said
BJ Green.
that off air. I don't think anybody knows what you're talking about.
Well.
Okay.
There you go. Aaron Frost, BJ Green, Clayton Smith, Juwan Mitchell, Ro Torrance, Jordan Clark, Dario Longetto, and Leif Fautanu. I probably butchered that if I can't even say Scadaboo, right? Fautanu.
Uh-huh.
There you go. Plenty of Sun Devils that Pac-12 media is excited to see on this list. Who is the most surprising to you?
The most surprising?
Yeah.
Jalen Conyers. He's fine.
Stop it.
No. BJ Green, just because like this is a guy who wasn't a scholarship player last year. And I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to be on this list because he completely does, but it's awesome to see, what coming to the school as a preferred walk-on or coming to the school as somebody who wasn't a scholarship guy and then, leaving the school as a scholarship guy, maybe a Pac-12 or all Pac-12 honor.
Yeah.
It's an awesome story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Boo.
Glenn in the chat, can you imagine a whole stadium booing for Scat?
It's like anybody's name that has an O in it where they're like, who am I
Heath
thinking?
Miller?
Yeah, Heath Miller.
Who's their current tight end? Fryermuth. They do the same thing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That would be so awesome. Okay, I'm gonna say Scat, to be honest with you. He obviously did a lot at Sacramento State, but to get an entirely new head coaching staff or a new coaching staff in general, you're working with a new offense.
Tons of different running backs.
Yes. Tevin White, DeCarlos Brooks, George Hart, right? To assume that Scat is going to do what I think a lot of us think he's going to do, just from a Pac-12 media perspective, I think is super unique to see him. But I love the pick of BJ Green as well. Is there anyone on this list that you think has a chip on their shoulder still?
Oh, I thought you were going to say that shouldn't be on here. It was
that'd be crazy.
What do you mean? Like that should be that this isn't enough? I mean, I think all of them probably do. All of them probably have a chip on their shoulder. Just because of what people have said about them this year, they're projected to win 3 or 4 games.
Projected to finish 10th.
Yeah.
In the Pac-12.
So, I think all of them probably still do. It's really cool to see a guy like Guillory get this because he came from, they're both of them actually, both Guillory and Scadaboo.
Yeah.
They came from FCS schools. So, that's awesome.
I am. That's one thing that I am. Like I do enjoy it, right? Is like we spend a lot of time around the team, around the players. Mm-hmm. So like when we were there for spring, we are able to see what Xavier Guillory is truly capable of. We're able to see what Scadaboo is capable of. Even a guy like Clayton Smith, right? All the potential in the world, but it didn't work out where he was at prior to Arizona State. So to see these guys get nominated, even though it's preseason media poll honors, I think goes a long way to show that, it's not just us that are like, look, trust us. These guys are going to do things. Like Xavier Guillory and Elijah Badger could quite literally be a top 3 1-2 punch in the Pac-12 at wide receiver. When you look at a guy like Scat, he has the potential to do some amazing things, right? And same thing with guys like Jordan Clark, BJ Green, Clayton Smith. They all have their own unique path, or I guess they have. So it is certainly going to be interesting to see. Is there any number of these guys that you think from a national perspective could make noise in terms of some of the awards?
The top 3 guys that are on that list are, I think they're going to make noise. I don't think it's they probably will. I think they will. Like that's the Badger, Guillory, and Jalen are just, we've talked about them.
They're monsters,
but they're
man.
Freaks.
They're freaks is the best way to put it. I still remember, and I will never forget when we were talking to Rashad Samples for the first time during like the media roundtable type thing, and we had talked about him and Elijah Badger and Xavier Guillory and whatever, and just him telling Badger on the phone, like, "Hey, get your suit ready for the Balintikoff." Like that's got to get you fired up as a player, right? And you talked about it a lot at the start of last season of the potential of Elijah Badger. I remember coming back from the very first practice and you're like, okay, how's Elijah look? Right. And you see him putting in the work. Obviously, if he would have had a full season with a competent play caller, I think his numbers would have been wildly, wildly juiced. But I think to go into this season knowing what he's capable of, and then to have a brand new coach who's coached at the NFL level to sit there and be like, hey, man, get ready. We're going to make some noise on a national stage. That's got to be so rewarding for him.
Yeah, and you're not going from a non-competent player to just a competent play caller. You're going from a non-competent play caller to somebody who is elite at play calling, that we've seen his proven success calling plays. And I know he's technically not the play caller and Bo Baldwin will be calling the plays, but it's still Kenny's offense.
Yeah.
It's exciting. Glenn asking, did Trayvon Brown make the list? He didn't, but I also just don't really know what this list is from. Chris Cartman tweeted it out, and
it's almost impossible to find.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not going to say almost. It's impossible to find. I have yet to find it. But regardless, trust Chris Cartman, son of a source, definitely. What do you think about Jordan Clark and Ro Torrance on this list? I think those two probably have the potential to be some of the most, I think going into the season, again, from a larger perspective, when people think about Arizona State, all you've heard is Jalen Conyers and Elijah Badger, which rightfully so, those two are the stars of the Arizona State football team. But Jordan Clark and Ro Torrance have the potential to be a nasty duo in the secondary.
Yeah, it just depends on where JC is gonna line up.
Yeah,
because if they are 1 and 2 and they're like opposite of each other, I mean that could be the best duo in the pack.
Yeah,
corner wise. But I don't expect him to. I expect Ro to be your one outside corner and JC to kind of just fly around the field like a jet.
Yeah.
So
play a little bit of a Derwin James kind of role, just be wherever.
Yeah, just nickel. I think he's just going to play a lot of nickel. That's just I don't know what this defense looks like. I think he's going to be really fun in a Brian Ward defense, though, because they're going to send him, I bet, a lot. And this is a guy who hasn't really gotten the opportunity to just fly off the edge.
Yeah.
And I feel like he would really like that. I can see him lining up in the slot, like matched up with a man, and then just going like a lot.
I want to see Ro go.
I don't know if I want that.
Why not?
He's a quarterback.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
He's not a quarterback.
Ro Torrance, you are a quarterback.
We saw it. Ro.
Hey, speaking of a quarterback.
We saw you throw.
Speaking of a quarterback.
Yeah.
Drew Pine today.
Drew Pine throwing balls.
Yeah.
He was heaving them, man. I'm excited. Look,
that's what he sounded like.
You got one more in you? Okay. Well, you need to go get water.
Nope.
One thing that I think is cool about Drew Pine, and if you didn't see it, head over to our Twitter at PHNX_Sun Devils. You can see the tweet that we have of Drew Pine getting in some work this offseason. But the thing that I respect about Drew Pine, and I think a lot of people should respect,
that he went to Notre Dame.
No, but he is never every single place that he has been in every single season. He has never been the guy, right? He sat behind a guy like Ian Book at Notre Dame, right? And then after Ian Book, then it was Jack Cohn and Tyler Buckner, and there was a quarterback competition there. Drew didn't win that job, right? Cohn won the job. Cohn eventually got hurt out for one game. Pine came in, won the game, whatever. Okay, the following season, when he could have transferred, right? Because everyone was like, okay, Tyler Buckner is going to be the guy. Tyler Buckner, Drew Pine, quarterback competition. Tyler Buckner wins the job. What happens? Tyler Buckner goes down pretty early in the season. Drew Pine carries Notre Dame along with the defense to get them to an AP top 25 spot, to a bowl game. And he eventually transfers after Sam Hartman announces that he's going to be going to Notre Dame. He comes to Arizona State. Guess what? He's still not the guy. He still's got a quarterback competition that he's got to go through. Trenton Bourguet, Jaden Rashada. Even through the spring, man, he's not the quote-unquote guy. Everyone's still Trenton Bourguet, likely quarterback one, and then everybody waiting in the wings for Jaden Rashada. And he didn't transfer. He could have transferred. He could have transferred to a spot where he would have been the guy, where he would have been the number one quarterback, and people would have said, guess what? This kid played football at Notre Dame. He's the guy, regardless.
Maybe he's like, what's his name in Blue Mountain State, where he kind of likes being the backup quarterback.
I think he just...
I'm just kidding.
I don't think he likes being the backup quarterback. I just think that he is determined to prove people wrong, that he can be a starting quarterback at this level.
Well, if he doesn't win the job, let's hope there's no injuries that make him the starting quarterback.
Yeah, because everywhere he's gone, there's usually been an injury to the starting quarterback.
If somebody gets injured, it's going to be Drew Pine's fault.
It's Notre Dame's fault.
Yes. Well,
Ian Book didn't get hurt, though. Ian Book didn't get hurt when he sat there.
That's true. That is true.
And Ian Book won a lot of damn football games. But getting back to the point, Drew Pine
Did Drew Pine ever start for him, though?
For Ian Book? He never started for him, I don't believe.
Yeah.
I think the only time that I saw Drew Pine play that season with Ian Book was when they were up by a lot.
Let's hope that's when Drew Pine comes in, if he doesn't win the starting quarterback job.
Of course. That is still an ongoing quarterback competition. Trenton Bourguet.
It's going to be. Hopefully it's not as long as it took last year. Do you remember that? You remember that? They're like, we know who the starting quarterback
We're
is.
like, it's Emory, right?
Yeah.
But they wouldn't ever say it. This is something that Kenny said pretty early on when he was hired and the quarterback competition started in the spring, and he was asked about the timeline for the quarterbacks, right? And after spring, how many quarterbacks would you want to keep on the roster, right? Because let's be real, they had a ton of quarterbacks, and they still have.
How's Ben Meredith doing? Do we know?
How is he doing?
Probably being a dog.
He's probably already got the starting spot over at Purdue. He's probably.
That's right. That's a fun spot.
Yeah, that is a fun spot. He's a Boilermaker, baby.
I'm making boils.
Okay,
That's not what they do, right?
No,
they
don't make boils. The boils like the thing on your face.
Yeah.
That's nasty. Who had a boil in a cartoon?
Oh,
was it Neutron or Timmy Turner? It was Timmy Turner's.
Yeah, the ginger
homie.
friend.
Yeah, what was his name?
I don't know. He had him and AJ. AJ was the guy with the huge head cage. Why was he hanging out with such lamos?
I don't know. I mean, Timmy, motherfucker wore a pink hat.
Yeah, that's true.
And talked to the things on his shoulders, man.
Yeah,
like
that is crazy.
He wasn't like a normal. Yeah, they had a fucked up town over there, man. Fairies.
Yeah,
you know.
They had a teacher with schizophrenia.
Yeah.
They had his dad literally was plotting to kill his neighbor.
Yeah. Dinkelberg. And the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Yeah, the Dimsdale Doug Dimmadome. That dude's hat, goated.
Yeah, I mean, it was phenomenal. What were we talking about? Quarterbacks? Yeah, we're talking about quarterbacks. Yeah, so you saw, obviously, Meredith's transfer, and at this point, what?
That's his name, Chester.
Whose
Chester
name is
and
Chester? Chester Pine?
No.
Oh, Chester from...
Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, there we go. I had to think about it. Sorry, man. It was slow. Sometimes it is. LTC, any word on Trenton and him putting on more muscle? I know his foot is recovered, and at this point, like, he's in the weight room just like everybody else. I don't know if there's a central focus on him.
No, Trenton told me he wants to lose weight. He wants to be in the ESPN body mag.
That's crazy. He told me he wants to get beefed up. That's what he told me. So,
pause.
Whoa, no, okay, whatever, man. Guess we'll see what happens. But when the quarterback competition does, I guess, continue, you can't. I wouldn't expect it to last more than a week and a half, 2 weeks. That would be by 2 weeks is the longest for me, because you want to have a starting quarterback, right? You can't be rotating these guys and getting reps in. You want your number one guy to be getting as many reps as possible. So I would 100% imagine that Kenny in the offense, the offensive coaches would want their quarterback competition to end in that 2 week period.
Yeah. Maybe get solved at Camp T.
You think in that short of a time? That'd be fun.
Maybe Kenny's gonna make them play spades for the quarterback competition to be QB1.
Next time we get Kenny in here, let's just do the whole interview while we play spades.
I don't know how to play spades.
It's a super easy game.
What is it? What do you do?
I'll explain it to you.
You just go spade.
No, that's not how it works. It's all the cards are dealt out among everybody at the start of the game.
Did you ever play slapjack?
Sounds familiar.
You just keep putting cards down until a jack appears, then you slap it and you get all the cards.
And
the game kind of sucked, actually.
It sounds like it goes by really fast.
It does.
To be honest with you. Wow.
We're going to be playing blackjack soon.
Yeah, next week.
Dude.
Viva Las Vegas, baby. Going for Pac-12 Media Day.
I'm so due.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, have you checked out the BetMGM Sportsbook app?
No.
You haven't?
Oh, no. Yeah, I was just on it literally 2 minutes ago.
Okay. Well, for all of you guys that have it, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. Okay? They're doing this really cool thing, again, that I haven't seen any sportsbook app do before. They're letting you play a game and make money off of it. Okay, so log in to BetMGM Sportsbook app on ISO or Android. Play the BetMGM MLB free-to-play game from May 27th through September 7th, so you still have plenty of time. Be a batter and pick an area of the strike zone, and depending on the area of the strike zone you pick, you guys are going to either hit a single, double, triple, or home run, or pop out, and receive the prize associated with that type of hit. It's played once a day. Prizing does have to be used on MLB and expires in a 24-hour period. Today, hit a single, so I got a 15% MLB profit boost. Looking forward to using that. And if you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use that bonus code PHNX. There's a few different offers depending on where you live. But for our Arizona audience, place your first bet offer and receive up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if it loses with BetMGM. Again, make sure you use bonus code PHNX. Check out the show notes for full details. And now listen to Shane talk about the disclaimer.
Disclaimer, 21 plus to wager. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in Washington, D.C., Mississippi, Nevada, New York, and Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369, New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP, Arizona. 1-800-522-4700, Kansas, Nevada. 1-800-327-5050, Massachusetts. 1-800-BETS-OFF, Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help, Michigan. Michigan, a couple things in the chat. Will saying live show with Jalen in Vegas. Yeah, I would assume he'll hop on. I just still don't. We don't exactly know where our setup's going to be. It's kind of a day by day basis. But if he's not on live, he will be. We will force him to participate in content. And then Glenn saying any word on Alfred and if the NCAA will clear him in time for week 1. Yeah, he's asking because
you saw the tweet. Yeah,
Alfred tweeted like, "Let me play. I just want to play," or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how that works. And obviously he needs a waiver or needs to get his waiver approved, but I don't know that process.
And it's because he's already transferred twice before.
Yeah. Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah. So obviously hoping the best for him.
Tony.
What's the ASU over under 2.5?
Tony, you're just mean.
Why are you mean?
And
Tony?
wrong.
Tony, it's Friday.
Our over under's like the same. You jackwad.
Jackwad.
That sounds like more offensive than calling someone an ass.
I don't know about that.
Hey, ass.
No, well,
hey, ass face.
Who talks like that?
I don't know.
Hey, ass.
Who calls somebody a jackwad?
I don't know. You brought it up.
Hey, jackwad.
Hey, that's more, yeah.
You took my bubblegum, jackwad.
There we go. Went back to the 50s. Yeah. Leah, it is Friday. So it is time for Hot or Not. Who's hot this week?
I've really been thinking about this a lot because I don't know what to do here. I really don't.
I think I can make the decision easy. I think somebody needs to be disciplined and not be hot this week because they were mean yesterday.
Okay, you're right, but that's why I might go like.
He was debating it because it's someone's birthday.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go off.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if I was still allowed.
But I will say this is the last time.
Unless he's on.
No, he didn't get to be hot.
This is the last time.
Okay, well here it is.
Last time ever. Sean
the birthday boy.
Sean the birthday boy.
Man, happy birthday, buddy. Tomorrow, I guess. He got so much shit on the Coyote show. They gave him a cake. They gave him a cane.
Yeah, and you know what I got on my birthday?
Sean.
You know what I got on my
happy
birthday?
Birthday, asshole.
Made you hot.
Yeah. You know what I got on my birthday on this fucking show and at this fucking company?
Whoa,
you know what I got?
whoa,
I got to do a live show from home.
He's so upset, geez.
Yeah, from home.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say on your birthday?
I'm just really excited to be able to rent a car. It's all downhill from here.
Yeah.
Dude, I was looking at car rentals, bro.
I got really wild.
No,
it's a lot.
I think when you're 25, you can also adopt a child.
Oh,
we've been talking about that, yeah.
We have been talking about that. So Totri and I come and do an orphanage near you.
Let's go. One lucky kid out there. He's gonna have
like Mike.
Okay, Leah, on that note, what's the first topic?
All right, hot or not. First topic. I don't know how to word this, but some people like when it's really hot out, and some people don't. So hot or not, the heat.
Bro. What? Is she asking that right now?
Yeah, but like I'm listening because
What,
like,
what's the gauge of temperature? Like, are we talking right now? Like over
talking-
110?
Like over 100.
Are you talking like just heat in general, or like if I have to be hot or if I have to be cold, I'm choosing hot?
No. Heat in
like-
general,
You're just
hot or
talking
not.
the heat?
Heat.
Yeah, no, fuck that,
No,
dude.
not.
It's hot as hell outside.
Under 105, I'm fine. But like past 105, it's like everything feels the same past 105. But like once it gets to 106, 107, it's like then like the back sweat never goes away in your car. The worst is when you shower in the morning and you're like in a rush to get out of your house. You don't stop sweating for maybe 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's the worst. So no, not hot, but always better than a place with high humidity.
Yeah, I will give you that. I would rather stick my head in an oven than, well, that's what the heat feels like here, I feel like, is like you are walking into an oven versus the humidity where it is quite literally, I don't even know what to equate it to.
Yeah.
It could be 80 degrees and I'm sweating my ass off when it's humid.
Right now, it feels like you're baking cookies when you open the oven, except you open the oven and there are no cookies and you're just on fire.
Yeah, but you can also bake cookies on the front of your car. You seen that? Where people have like the cookie dough or whatever, and they stick
Why would
it
they
out.
do that at the front of their car? Why don't they just do it on the ground?
The ground's dirty.
Well, no. Your car's dirty.
No. They do it. They put it on the inside of their dash.
Yeah, that's dirty.
It's more clean than the fucking street.
Yeah.
We don't do it with eggs too. I'm a big let's cook eggs outside.
Have you ever actually done that?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. Then why? You're not a big let's cook eggs outside
I
guy.
am. I'm pro cooking eggs on the street.
You're not pro enough to do it. You're an amateur cooking eggs on the street guy. Actually, no, you're a novice.
I just don't have early access to the streets. You know,
You don't have early access?
I don't have early access to the streets.
I got an all access. I got an all access pass to the street.
Pass to the streets,
Yeah.
dude. That's fucking.
You want
that's
it?
awesome.
I'll sell it to you.
How much?
900 schmeckles.
I might gotta call your guy. Leah, what's number 2? Charles in the chat. Hot is not hot.
I know it might have seemed obvious to say not hot to that, but Shane has talked about liking when it's hot. So
Oh.
yeah, I don't know. All right.
No. Have I?
Yeah, you're like, I don't mind hiking when it's 100.
Yeah, I don't mind hiking. Like, okay, so that's something different. If we're talking physical activity, the only reason why I don't like the heat, like for today, for example, I was outside a lot and sweating my ass off on my way to go to work. Like that sucks. I don't want to be sweaty going to work. But like if I'm going to work out outside, if I'm going for a hike and like 105, like I'll have to make sure I bring a lot of water with me and I like make sure I'm safe.
Yeah.
But like my purpose is to sweat. And that's not my purpose. My purpose is to work.
Purpose.
It'd be a crazy purpose in life. My purpose is to work out. So I know I'm going to sweat, which means more sweat isn't bad.
No, it's good.
So yeah, working out in the heat is completely different. Like I'm fine with that. I would much rather work out in 105 than like 40 because 40 then it hurts to breathe. And my ears get all, I hate working out when it's cold, dude. Hate it.
No, yeah, it's tough. Physical activity outside is bad.
Because then your knees are all tight and your joints hurt and you're like, curse you, Jack Frost.
You got a lot going on for like 25, bro.
What do you mean?
Just the knee problems.
I don't have knee problems. It's just like when it's colder, you're more stiff. It's a fact.
Okay, yeah. What's topic number 2?
Okay, topic number 2. I don't know if you guys saw the trailer for the Wonka movie with Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, that's real? I saw a screenshot of it. I thought it was fake.
No, it's real.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Okay, can I say something? Why are they doing this again? It's been what, 20 years? You don't need to do it.
Well, this is a prequel. It's not a remake.
Okay, you still don't need to Wonka out
it's a prequel to what?
to Wonka.
To Willy, to Wonka, Willy Wonka.
Wait, so there's going to be multiple Timothy Chalamet
No.
Wonka movies?
I don't think
No,
so.
it's a prequel to the original Willy Wonka.
Yeah, it's like his backstory.
I'm like, wait.
A prequel to the Timothy Chalamet Willy Wonka.
That's not,
No,
dude.
it's like the backstory of Willy Wonka.
Does it look good?
There's a lot of conversation on the internet about that. So
Okay.
I am anti-remaking movies I didn't like before.
It's
What?
not.
Whoa, hold on. What?
Yeah, I didn't like. Wait, which Willy Wonka are you talking about?
Either one.
No, I didn't like the. What's his name? I didn't like that one. Yeah, no. Maybe it's because I've only seen it one time,
That's crazy.
but I didn't like it. I didn't
That's
like it.
Crazy.
I just didn't like the movie. I didn't like the concept of it.
Okay, that's insane because the concept of it is what I would understand if you don't like the actors, you don't like the way they took it, but the concept is the concept of Willy Wonka.
Yeah, I don't like Willy Wonka.
Okay, you don't like Willy Wonka in general. That's insane. That's wild.
Okay, well,
That's not what we were saying.
You know
Okay,
what?
well-
Maybe there's a deeper meaning behind it all.
You don't like
you don't like
the
the
old men
original
sleeping?
Charlie and the Chocolate
I never.
Factory?
The original one? I don't think I like the OG one. I don't think I ever saw it
Then why'd you ask which one?
because I knew there was 2. I knew there was 2. I didn't see that one though. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's even crazier. Anyway, what was the hot or not?
Prequels.
Prequels?
Yeah.
It totally depends. Well, no, it doesn't. I don't know if I've ever liked a prequel. Now that I'm thinking of it. Wait, I just watched a prequel. What did I just watch that was a prequel?
Isn't there a prequel to Alien that you really like?
Oh, Prometheus? Yeah, that
Yeah.
shit slaps. Yeah, it just depends. Like, if there's a reason to have a prequel, like if the original movie is confusing in any way, like how did this happen? Why is this person here? Or why are these people doing this? And they never explain it because it's just like that is just the story of what is happening. Kelcat, U of A fans, we're fucking talking about Willy Wonka. Get the hell out of here. Like grow up. Join the conversation about Willy Wonka. If there's a reason to have a prequel, it is hot because usually those are well executed and well thought out. But if they're just a money grab, it is so not hot.
Because of House of Dragon, I will give you. I love prequels simply because what HBO did with House of Dragon and Game of Thrones was fucking executed flawlessly.
Glenn saying, told you don't like Wonka or butter. What the hell is wrong with that?
Dude, so I tried.
I'm saying.
I tried butter and toast.
No, you didn't.
I did. I went to brunch and I tried. They gave me butter and toast. They did. Okay. I went the first watch and it was all right.
No. You went into it with the idea that it was going to be all right. I don't trust that.
What do you mean you don't trust
You already had your mind closed off. Before you haven't even had it, you said it was mid, so your idea of butter and toast was mid.
Because I don't like shit drenched in butter. I don't like it to be. Yeah, it is. It's a
dog. Do you eat steak?
Yeah,
that's drenched in butter.
But it's steak. It's different.
No, it's not.
It is.
What do you?
Steak
what do you
in bread,
okay,
dog?
Stop it.
I'm not having this argument again.
No. What do you not like that's drenched in butter?
Toast.
Aside from toast. That was your prerequisite, was you don't like things drenched in butter. Then what have you had that you don't like that's drenched in butter?
You're gonna have
you
to
just make shit up.
You're gonna have to let me think.
We're not doing this again.
You're gonna have
what
to
is the next one? Third topic, hot or not? What do we got?
All right, third topic. And I feel like, I can't believe, I feel like we haven't talked about this yet somehow.
Coach a professional button pusher.
But if we have, then we can... I have nothing else, but hot or not.
Hold on, sorry. Glenn's comment. This is exactly what I was going with. Yeah, Totry's premeditated hatred for butter.
Yeah, maybe something happened to me.
That is hilarious.
Early
premeditated
on in my
hatred. Great band name. Okay, third one. I'm sorry.
Hot or not Crocs.
Oh, Flaming Hot. We have had this before. Flaming Hot.
I've never worn Crocs.
I've had one pair of Crocs and I loved them. They're comfortable. You can accessorize the actual shoe, which is something you can't say about almost anything, like any other shoe. It's elite. Like the what are they called? The little things you put on them?
Charms?
Yeah, the Croc charms.
Giblets?
The charms. Yeah, giblets, right?
I think so.
Those things. Elite. I'm probably never gonna buy Crocs again, but I love them.
I kind of want to try Crocs. I think it would be cool to have Crocs. Put them in sport mode just because. Get some little charms on there. Mm-hmm. I saw my little brother. His girlfriend like made charms for him. Like they're actually pretty dope.
Hey, Totry's little brother, it's on site.
Yeah, my little brother. He called me post show yesterday and said it was on site with Shane.
What type of charms did she make him?
Like Rick and Morty, like
that's
the little
cool.
character ones.
That's
I was like, God damn, bro. Like that's pretty.
Got a cool girlfriend, but that's still on site.
It's pretty damn cool, man. That's gonna do it for our show today, guys.
Dude, Gene Wilder's gonna haunt your dreams.
Gene Wilder?
Yeah.
How do you know he already doesn't? He actually does. He runs at me with a stick of butter every night. It's crazy. Yeah, guys. If you enjoyed the content,
that explains a lot.
Yeah, it actually does. He runs. You oompa loompa. That's what he does the entire time. Yeah, it's terrifying.
Why is he? That's mean.
Yeah, he's a dick, man. That's what I'm telling you.
Damn.
If you enjoyed the content,
I didn't.
Give us a follow at PHNX_Sun Devils. You can follow me at Anthony_Tochi. You can follow Shane at Shane Deef.
Wearing my Jurassic Park shirt because I'm rewatching Jurassic Park once a year, as always.
Guys, we've got some super fun content like on the menu for next week. Monday, we've got some really cool stuff that y'all don't even know about. Tuesday, gonna be doing another Tale of the Tape next week.
Really?
Yeah, I'm filming it, but it'll probably come out after Pac-12 Media, so that's something to look forward to. And then obviously next week we're gonna be in Vegas for Pac-12 Media Day, so definitely stay locked in for all that content, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday.
Say something nice to Totri on Twitter.
Have a safe weekend, guys. Peace.